Good morning, everyone. How are you today? Hope you're all well. My name's Susie, and I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. So I live in a suburb of Brisbane at Dacomin. So before we start with what we're going to do today, I'd just like to send prayers and hoping that everyone with the hurricane, it's so destructive. These people really need help. But I'd just like to send my prayers and some good vibes, hoping that everything turns out all right for them, or that they get lots of help with the government. I'm not sure what happens in America with help, like we have help from the government here when there's a really bad weather, which we've just had. We're entering our storm season, and there's been a few places around that have had destruction with hail. So I'd also like to send those people. I think it's along like Caboolture and up in the Sunshine Coast. So to those people, I hope they get back to normal soon, and send good vibes and prayers to them. Thank you for listening to me there. And sorry about my throat. It's just, I don't know, I was fine a minute ago. Have a bit of water. My apologies for it. A couple of things of housework that I'd like to get done before we actually start. So I'll just go through a couple of things with you. So at the moment, we have 30% off kits. So, and that's all kits. So 30% off is really good value. And if you are a demonstrator, you get 30% off plus your 20% or 25% off. It's a bonus, you know. How can you not get stuff like that? And Christmas presents. Kits are ideal for Christmas presents. If you know somebody who is crafty or would like to make cards, teenagers, if you're stuck for a gift for them for birthdays or Christmas, you could get them a kit. Everything's in it. Everything you need is in the kit. So you get the cards, you get the envelopes, you get die sets if there is one, you'll get stamps. Everything is in the kit. So 30% off is great value, but it's even greater if you're a demonstrator and get an extra 20% off. You're getting half price. So that's great. Also, too, we have pre-orders online. So that means that demonstrators can go on our online exclusives and order them before they come out. So if you are a demonstrator, you can go in and pre-order the new line that's coming out. We also have a starter kit for October, which is an awesome deal. You get $286 worth of product for only $169. So with that, if you're wanting to be a demonstrator, you could just be a hobby demonstrator just for yourselves. Or if you have friends too, you can probably get them to buy something for you. And you can just do it as a hobby. And once you join, you get 20% off. So it makes an ideal situation if you're thinking of starting card making. This is a brilliant offer in October. Plus, too, if you do become a demonstrator, you can actually order the new products which are pre-ordered for the online exclusives. So you can add those to your kit. So that's really a great deal. We also have some stuff that is on deleted rack, or I don't know whether it's call it deleted, but they have some specials. So it would be good to have a look on that. I think it's just end of sale sort of stuff. I'll have to look more into that. So here we are. Thank you all for coming. It's really nice to see you all here. I love it when people come on and watch my videos. If you want to make a comment, you can do that. If you ring the little bell, you will get notified when I go live again. And if you like my content, please give it a like and share it with your crafty friends if you have any. So I'm just going to put join my team, which is up there. So if you're interested in getting a starter kit, just do the QR code with your phone, and that will come up onto the form you fill in for my my team. Okay, here's our starter kit special that I was just telling you about. There's a QR code there. If you want to join my team, just get your phone and camera and put it on the QR code. Also, too, just before we go down for our card for today, I'm having a card buffet. So that is on the 2nd of September. So it will be 8 cards for $50. You will get a packet of embellishments to use on the card, and you will also get some light refreshments. So if you're interested in doing the card kit, say you don't know whether you want to make cards or not as a hobby, come along and get nice people, crafty people, and we can all have fun together. So I'll just take that away. But if you need any help, just let me know. My everything I tell you or use is below in the more box. So I'll take down now. That's enough of me giving you all the information, which probably is a bit too much at one time, isn't it? So we'll just go down and have a look. Now, I did, again, play with the camera to see if I can get it to stop going furry. So this is the card, this is the stamp set that we're using. So Sentimental Wishes. Remember, we've done a couple of cards if you saw it previously. So I'm going to use this one to get again, and it's going to be in a fun fold. So this is what we're going to do. So it's like I said, card, I suppose. So this is the fold that I'm going to use. So this one I made a mistake on, so that's just to show you. I didn't have it exactly level. So what we're going to do now is, I've got all the pieces here. So pieces for our front bit, the other piece, and for our sentiment, and another piece there. So we'll start off with the card. So I'll put these pieces over here so I don't lose them. All right. So I'm going to score this card, and I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. And you can see with this trimmer, I love my trimmer, it's got a clear line down the middle when you go to cut or score. So we better get rid of that blade. The dark blade is for cutting, the light blade is for scoring. So we're going to score this card, and we're going to score it at 4 1/4. Then we're going to do it for 2 1/8. So we're going to go 2, and then we're going to miss a little bar and go it on the other little, and that will give us 2 1/8. So it's got lots of numbers and centimetres, and it also has an extendable arm up to 17 inches, which is great depending on what size card you're going to do. I love that. So here we go. I'm going to use my bone folder to score the card. So that's our first fold, and then our next fold will fold back on it. So just go over it with your bone folder, and it'll make a nice piece, and your card will actually hopefully sit. Okay, so we've got that. That's our card base. So card goes this way. So we have a black piece, which is our mat, which is going, oh, I didn't cut that one. I have to do that. I didn't cut that one either. Go! So I've got to cut that. So that was cut. Five and a half, I think it was, from memory. Fraction. There we go. So that piece is it is 5 1/4. Sorry about that. Thought I cut them. So We want 5 1/4 with this one too. So we have that. Let's see about our so 5 1/4 on the black one. So now we want 5 inches. I thought it was all organised and ready. Now, I saw Lisa Carrier, or I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name. I was watching last night, I was watching her videos, put that in the rubbish, and that's where I saw this card. So I'm not doing exactly what she did because she used a flower. Yeah. Looks like it's still blurry. I'm going to have to ask my girlfriend's son if he can come and have a look, because I don't know what I'm doing wrong with it. But it looks okay when I go in and change it. So we're going to put this on here on the front of the card. So, and I'm using Tombow because, as you can see, I'm not the person who can do straight. And we're going to put DSP paper, and that came from Seasons of Green and Gold. So we're going to put that one on the front. So I'm just about pulling my hair out with this. I just put a little bit on because you don't want it oozing out. So that gives us a nice little border. And then we're going to flatten it out. And we're going to do the same on this piece here. So we've got our Tombow glue again. And we're just going to, come on, that's it, get it to work. Now I just want to put a thin bit of glue around. So we're going to do this, and we're going to, it'll be the same level as the other one. Actually need to cut a slight bit off there. I don't want to put it in my trimmer because it's got glue on it. So there we go. Now we put our DSP on there. Again, just a small bit of glue. I like it, the Tombow too. You can actually move it around it's a strong glue, and it sticks really well. So you've got a couple of minutes before it dries. So now we've got a black mat, which will go on, and this is for our greeting. I know it seems funny having a purple Christmas card, but hey, it's handmade, and we can do anything we want to with it, can't we? It doesn't have to be red or green. And this is our piece that goes on the mat. So we'll just put that on. So that's where we're going to put our greeting. So at the moment, our card stands like that. Okay. All right, we've got two pieces left here. So we've got a black mat and we've got a white piece. So, magic of video, I've stamped the holly on, and I'm just going to colour it in. So I've got dark old olive and light old olive, and I've got light cherry cobbler and dark cherry cobbler. Sorry, my throat's really playing up today. I'll just take a sip of my water. I don't think it makes any difference though. It's still croaky. Like, apparently I've got a tremor in my vocal cords. So I'm going to use the light cherry cobbler, and I'm going to just colour in the berries. So I'm really just touching them because they're quite small. I need muscles. There we go. I'm just going to give them a dab. So, touch. Just a little touch. Just makes a little bit of shading on there. So I'm just dabbing. I'm not, that's just to give it a bit of depth. Now, our Stampin Blends are absolutely marvellous. So if you haven't used them before for colouring, I'm going to go with the light old olive first. So if you haven't used them, they're alcohol-based. So you don't put them on your stamps because it would absolutely ruin them. Not like our, not like this one, which is your right Stampin' Right. These ones you can actually colour in on your stamp because they're water-based. but this is alcohol based, so you can't put it on your stamps. So I'm just going to colour in. The other two I did all the colouring in previously, but I thought, well, this time we'll do it together. So this is the dark old olive, and I'm just going to, if you see, they have dark lines on them, so you can put a little bit of old olive there, and then it gives it some depth. And I'm just going to go over it again with the light. So while it's still wet, the ink's still wet, you can blend it in. So I just go along. If I go quiet, it's because I'm concentrating. But I mean, you don't have to worry about going out the lines because you're going to cut it out with the die. So that's not a problem there. I have trouble keeping in the lines. And there's another berry that I left out. I definitely need to get some muscles, don't I? Just for the pens. So it's easier to put the dark on while the ink is still wet and drying. It just gives it a little bit of depth for you. Just go over it again with the light one, and it blends it in. So when you think of it, really, it's not that far off Christmas. And if you have to send cards overseas, I think they've got to go by about mid-November, which reminds me I've got to get on to sending cards overseas as well. So most people have put 12 days of Christmas, and I wanted to do something different than 12 days of Christmas. So that's why I put a countdown to Christmas. So I'll be yeah, I just lost the lid to that. gone on the floor. John Zeus isn't here. Just before I came on, he was terrible. Good morning, Jeanette. How are you? Is it pronounced Jeanette? Glad you could join us this morning. Thank you for watching my videos. So we're just going to go. I've got the thick end here because I can't get the other end off. And they dry out, so you've got to be careful with them. As I said, the alcohol blends, they're not water-based. And if you've got a glass mat and you get it on the glass mat, enjoying the warmer weather. Oh, you're welcome. Yes, we've had a bit of rain here. I just have to pick that one up off the floor. So if I disappear, I can't even see where it's gone. Oh, there it is. Just bear with me a moment. Oops, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to go under the desk to retrieve the top. It's nice to have the warmer weather, isn't it? I'm not one for the cold, that's for sure. Okay, we'll get our little mini and we'll cut this one out. So I'll put our holly. And we'll get our little die out. Isn't this packet cute? Oh, so cute. So we want our holly die. Usually I probably will, but normally I put my dies on a magnetic strip. Oh, a piece of, I do 7 by 5, and I put them with my dies, with my, my stamps. Might have to do that with that. So we'll do this. So we've got a stem here, which makes it a lot better to get in place. And then I'm going to put a bit of tape on it so it doesn't move. I just love this little cut and emboss machine. I love the big one too, but when you've only got a little bit to do, the small one comes in real handy. So you can put your washi tape up the top here to use it again. And there's our holly done. I was going to do some cards yesterday, and where's my white bit? I just cut it out. No, because I had that done. Sorry about that. For some reason, my computer isn't charging. It's plugged in, and it shows it's plugged in. So I don't know what's going on. Gee. The power's on. I have no idea what's going on there. It's going to go off. So if it goes off again, it doesn't show it's charging. It shows it's plugged in, but it shows it's not charging. So if I go off, you know why, because it's not doing what it should do. So I'm going to put this white piece. I need to sort that out. Where the plugs are in. And I'm going to put this white piece on here. Again, using our Tombow glue. Keep your fingers crossed so I can get to the end of this. So that, now I've already done a boot. And we're going to need a sentiment. So I'm going to use my apologies for that. As I say, it's showing it's plugged in, but it's not showing it's charging. So if it does go off, which I'm hoping it doesn't, I'll be back in. So I want put that back in there, and I want a die to put on a sentiment. So I think I used the Nested Essentials. I think I used the die out of here. Let's have a look. No, it wasn't those ones. So it must be in the Stylish Shape ones. Both of these are great dies. Give you lots of options, and I think that's the one I need. Yep. That was, what did I do? For someone special. So we're going to do that one. I'm trying to use everything out of this one, out of the set that we're showcasing. Now I've got a little bit of, I'm worrying it's going to go out before I finish the live. So these things are sent to try us, isn't it? Technology. So I've got early espresso, and I'll get a stamp, a die, a block. I'll get it there. You can see I'm worried about it going off and not being able to finish it. That's a bit crooked, isn't it? There we go. So we'll cut that out. So I'll bring back in my mini. Put our sentiment, and it just fits in. So we'll cut that out. Keep your fingers crossed, everything goes okay. I've really only got the front panel and the inside to do. So put that there. I want some ribbon. So I'm going to use this one that I used the other day. So it's I think it's cherry cobbler and gold. So I'm going to stick that dimensionals here. So I'll put one at the top or the side, whichever it turns out. One there. And I'm going to use my pick and everything's hiding from me today. Here it is. Fabulous for getting the back of the papers. So we're going to use this ribbon, as I said. Beautiful ribbon. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? So we are going to put it like that. And we're going to go down and we're going to cut that off. So I've got my snips, and you see the ribbon. I just keep them for cutting ribbon. There we go. That way they don't get blunt with using anything else. So that's ready to go. Put this back. Put the pin in it so it doesn't unravel. So I'll put that there. I'm going to put the boot, or the stocking I should say, on dimensionals. Can I get one at the end here? Yep. So I'll take those papers off the back with my take a pick tool. Yep. Get rid of those. I'm going to put that about there. And then I'm going to put a sentiment for someone special about there. I can move that ribbon over. And I'm going to put a bit of Seal Plus. I can never use these things. Okay, so we got that there, and what we're going to do is we are going to put that on the front of our card. So halfway around there. So then we're going to stick that. Make sure it's about halfway. Oops, we lost our. I always have trouble when I use that Stampin' Seal. The same with those white eraser inks. Because I'm left-handed, I usually end up breaking them. There's plenty of stuff on it. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. So now we've got our centre. Sorry if I went off a bit. So this is what we've got so far. So now we've got to put a greeting in here, and I think we can have a very Merry Christmas. How does that sound? A very Merry Christmas. So I'm going to ink that in the early espresso again. And just try and get in the middle there. There we go. A very Merry Christmas. And I'm going to put this piece of holly down here. So we're going to get our Tombow glue again. And I'm just going to dribble a bit here and there. And I'm going to put that there. So we'll get rid of our. So there's our card. I didn't do have a Merry Christmas too straight, did I? There we go. At least we've got to the end of it. Now now it's charging. I don't know what happened there. Oh, it's going off. It's going on and off. Charging. So have to check that out because I know it's all plugged in okay. So there we have our card, our fun fold. So this was the one I did last night. Just to always try one out first. So there's our two like that. Christmas cards. We have this one and this one that we've done with our sentimental wishes. Okay, so those are the ones we've done this week. So this one is the first one we did. This one was the second one we did. And the third one. So you can do different things, and these are what we did the week before with decorative trees. So they're still Christmas cards. So we had that one, we did this one, and then this one. And they all have a greeting inside. So there we go. We got a few towards our Christmas Christmas cards. So I probably won't be on the weekend. I spent yesterday, I'll just come up to the top, so you can see me talking instead of just getting the view of the table. Okay, I'm back. thank you if you sat through this for me. I don't know why it's not charging. It shows it's got plugged in, and then it'll get the little zigzag that it's charging, but I'm not sure why that happened, so I'll have to investigate that. So thank you so much for staying with me. As I was saying, I spent yesterday, I was going to do some cards, but I actually spent yesterday sitting by the oven. So I haven't touched my jewellery in probably a year and a half. I've been doing the cards, but I haven't touched my jewellery. I just haven't had the urge to do it. Lost my mojo, I reckon. Anyway, so I sat by the oven because it has to be a certain temperature. And no oven is the same. They're all different. I even bought a little oven from Kmart, but I couldn't get that to work to the heat I wanted it. So I'm going to do over this weekend, after I've tidied up the mess that's all along this table, I'm going to do a bit of my jewellery. And I have a market coming up, and that's at Diagular, so on the Diagular Highway. So that's next Saturday, the 19th. So I'll have my cards. If you're in that area, I have some stamps for sale and a couple of dies. But I bought two of and not realised. So I will have a few bits and pieces there for the card. Plus I have a door prize organised where one lucky person will get a kit. So I'll be handing out paper for people to put their name and address and email on, so that at the end of the day, one lucky person gets to win a kit, which I think is valued around $45, something like that. So have a great weekend. Hopefully we don't get any more bad weather. And prayers to all the people in Florida and around that have gone through the hurricane. My prayers will be with you over the weekend as well. All right, take care. I'll see you on Monday about the same time. So thank you for watching my video. If you can like it and share it, and don't forget to ring the little bell. That will tell you when I'm going on live again.